foot to it.
You.
Not the expensive bottle of tequila on the top of the...
No, let's drink that.
No.
Why are we always drinking some shitty ass bottom stuff shit? I'm drunk.
In the cabinet, yeah.
What's up? Yay.
We don't buy bottom shelf stuff
Bull
anymore.
fucking shit. That's
No.
all that's in there is bottom shelf
We
shit.
don't. No.
Dude, I ain't
there
got
is
time for
nothing
that.
in a plastic bottle in there.
Oh, there's a Trump rally right now. I didn't know that. Is he running for president again?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just on some YouTube. It says Trump rally.
What are you doing? You need to focus on what we were talking about.
I'm trying
right
to get
now.
onto the live chat, woman.
Well, hey, Wolfie. Hey, Martin.
I don't want you to talk to them.
Why not?
What's up?
Hey, Luna. Luna, come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Okay, don't. That's fine.
So I tried to cut my hair again.
Let's see how it went. It looks good. It looks really good.
You can see the line. You see this? This is the
Oh
line.
my gosh.
You can see that.
Ah.
You know what I want to do? Can I show you what I want to do?
Aside from a lightning bolt. Hey, Murph.
Hey, get this rabid dog out of
Maybe
here.
you have to stop being mean to Murphy. No, Murph.
Yeah, because he might have a sibling soon.
Because he might have actual rabies.
God. Like, you are the biggest animal lover on the planet. And
Yeah, but-
yet,
I'm just into the bestiality, not like
the
I'm just
Mr.
kidding.
Hand situation.
Let me show you what I want my hair to look like.
Oh, boy.
Don't you be mean to me. All right. This is what I'm going to do to my hair. And I don't care if you don't think this looks good, because I know it looks
I'm really
good.
afraid of what you're about to show me.
What are you talking about? All right, here we go. This is what I'm going to do to my hair tonight in the shower. Let me pull this up. Shit.
Do you guys think I've gained weight? I feel like I gained some weight back.
Jen, I feel like that is a loaded question.
No, I won't be upset if you say yes. 'Cause
I don't think
that
so.
have.
I don't think so. But I mean, I have gained some weight back.
Like, does my face look
Unfortunately.
fatter? Like, guys, does my face look fatter? You can be honest. It's fine. I'm just really nervous about coming home this weekend because that's how they are, is like about weight and shit, and it's really annoying. And my sister, it's her graduation, and I know she's not gonna like want me in pictures if I look fatter, which is really sad, but like it's true. So like, can you guys prep me? Do I look like I've gained some weight back? Like, you can be real with me. It's fine. I won't be upset.
I don't think so. How do your clothes fit any differently?
I mean, like, I think I can feel a little bit of weight back. I don't think I've gained more than 10 pounds back, which is good, but I feel like I've gained something back.
I mean, 10 pounds back is not a ton. I have also gained 10 pounds back, Jen, if that makes you feel any better.
So you think I've gained 10 pounds back?
Jesus Christ.
I told you not to answer it, dude. All right, so
No, I'm just being.
I think I have enough hair.
I know I've gained 10 pounds back because I was forced to get on the scale at a doctor's office, and I was like, Damn it!
Where is this chat posted? On Patreon?
I gained 10 pounds in my...
Discord and Patreon, yes.
Oh, well, I gotta see the side of his hair. I mean, if you see the side of his hair, it's shaved.
Yeah, we saw it with the two little lines.
Yeah. This is what
There
I
you
want.
go.
This is what I'm going to do.
Is that
to him.
Vanilla Ice?
It is the Vanilla Ice.
Rob Van Winkle.
Like, I think I can do the top like that. Here, be honest. You can be honest with me. Do you guys think I should... I'm just kidding. I was making fun of you. But you think I could do this with my hair?
You can do whatever you want with your hair.
You did try that at one point.
I think you need a little bit more on the top to get his volume, but if you want to do the lines, you can.
How do I become this man?
First,
I
you
mean,
have to
you
get
do
a
have
recording contract.
You also have a similar jacket, so you're on the way.
What is up? Oh my God. That's 1990. Jen, you weren't even a sperm then.
I think she was.
I was in November.
Oh, your dad was
Wait,
No, we're not going to go there. Let's get into this.
You were swimming.
Who are
December.
we doing a surprise shot for today, Jen?
Emily.
Emily! Thanks, Emily, for joining and supporting us. I needed to save us from ourselves.
Sperm only lives 90 days?
Well, there you have
Is that true? And that's a long time. What do you mean only lives?
Yeah, that's a long lifespan. I thought it was like 90 hours.
So like if someone has unprotected sex and the man comes,
that can't be right.
Ew,
That
Jen.
can't be right.
then
Do you even know what that
they
is?
have 90 days to get pregnant.
That is
I know what it is.
not correct.
That's why
Anyway.
girls can sit on the toilet and get pregnant.
Well, wait, no,
No.
because we have our periods. That can't be right.
Let's please move on.
Let's cut that.
Basic anatomy with Jen.
All right, Emily. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise. I would like that cut from the future episode.
Also, is
No.
This is a this is a
No.
question about last
If
episode.
it had to do with sperm,
It's not. It's about last episode. Is sea monkeys actually sperm? You know the sea monkeys you get?
No, those are actual creatures. Cheers.
cheers, Emily.
Fuck, I'm toasted. I'm about to
that-
show my nips.
Was that gin?
Who wants it? Who wants this? Who wants to suck on this teat?
Ew! Stop it.
Oh, heartburn.
Free the nip.
Free the nip.
Oh, sorry, nip slip. Ooh. Nip slip.
Oh my
Why is
God.
like? Can we ask a real question? Why is that not scandalous? But if one of us did it, it would be.
Because
I
the
don't know.
patriarchy.
It's
Fuck the patriarchy.
it's crazy because y'all. It's not completely naked for y'all if you have pasties on. So if
Right.
you have a little
It's
thing
just the nipple.
covering your little nipple, you're not naked.
Correct.
That's so stupid.
If how many people want to see me with a pasty on? No, just kidding. That's not something that I want public. It already is kind of public, but I don't want to do it. So please don't vote yes.
And future John, please cut that.
Please, Future John. If there's anything you cut,
Future John,
loop that. Got it.
Future John, make this an episode all of its own.
Christy is also showing her nipple, so there you go.
What the fuck? Jen is tasty. Ew, what is wrong?
Toasty.
Oh,
Toasty.
Toasty.
Wow, way to read into that one, John.
I don't know if that was subconscious of you,
I
but you're married, so no.
Subliminal.
The freaking screen is small.
Also, you're like
dude.
my brother, so no. That would be almost incestuous, so no.
Well, we are in South Carolina.
Yeah,
If we move up to Easley, then we could
totally
No.
legit.
consummate this banging.
Oh, and
Hey,
everyone
Darren.
signed off, I'm sure.
Darren, wait, when are you back next week? He said he was coming back soon. I don't remember how long.
Don't act like you know his schedule.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, so what's up, guys?
What's up,
we're
guys?
doing a Jane Doe episode ish.
Do y'all want to? All right, so I want to do the poop cruise. I haven't researched all of it.
Let's
Let's wait till Jen's gone, and then we can have the fun.
no. I'm trying to think if we're gonna eat.
I mean,
I think we should eat before we do the poop cruise episode.
So that we can throw up.
No, because otherwise I'm gonna lose my appetite,
Oh,
which may not be a bad thing. Trying
All
to
right,
get back on track.
we'll do the Jane Doe, and this one's going to be kind of different. And I don't know if
Food
y'all
is
going.
approaching. So.
I don't know if y'all are going to like this or not. I'm going to be honest with you guys, since you guys are Supremos here. I'm doing this story because I have a good name for the episode, and that is pretty much why I'm.
what
doing
is the name?
Tell us. Tell us now.
Or do we want to know what the episode is before you tell us?
it. I can't tell you the name because it would give it away.
Oh,
But just know it's brilliant. But I want to, if you guys are ready,
Yeah. Don't forget your peaches, by the way.
Yo, I'm gonna be hungover.
Ew, I don't like that.
Stop. Put it up his nose.
What if
Is that like boofing?
I'm a force it the fuck
I
up
wonder if
there.
that's like boofing.
No, stop. We do not want to call the fire department.
Oh, it's burning. Oh, fuck, it's burning.
Wait, I want you to leave that up there and see how drunk you get. Can we do that in a future
I'll
episode?
stick it in my butthole.
I know you will.
It's slimy. It'll go right up there.
Ew.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, Mom.
You know, peaches can live for 90 days. Peaches can live for 90 days.
Fuck. See, this is the different kind of crying that Christy was looking for. So there you go.
I literally
That last one was just depressing.
that was hard to get through, and
Powerful.
it was powerful. I feel bad that I didn't shed a tear, but I was crying on the inside. I was very emotional.
But you always say you're a psychopath, dude. You always say that. Even the Botha episode where everybody is crying, I'm like bawling, and you're just like, oh
you
man.
weren't crying on that bath episode. You were crying on the episode where the lady got her head almost
I said
sawed off.
Botha episode.
Oh.
And Jen's always like, I'm crying on the inside. You're a psychopath, yo. There's nothing wrong. I'm just kidding, Jen.
I mean, if you're going to call it what it is, that's fair, I guess.
You need to be more like Billy Milligan and learn how to fake cry.
I can't fake cry. I'm only genuine.
Tell me right now, do you believe in that story or not?
I told you last week what my thoughts were.
I do want to watch that.
What is your
thing.
thoughts? Yes or no?
I think that originally, yes, but then no. I mean, like the end of the story, which we didn't cover in our podcast, it's too much.
What happened at the end?
He was suspected of killing a guy.
Yeah,
After he was in the mental hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't. How would that make him not legit?
It's a whole thing.
I didn't get that from the book. The book is super fucking biased.
Well, the book is biased. The guy is like, no,
he's
this
like,
is
oh my
real.
god, I love this guy. Ugh. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
But if you
Get a room with
you
all
need to
24 of this
you
guy.
need to watch the series because it's a whole thing.
Why don't you just get 24 rooms with this guy?
It's an expensive hotel room bill.
All right, so I kind of want to do this. I don't know how it's going to go. Probably terribly. But the good news is Jen's not going to be here next week. So.
Wow, he almost said that with a straight face.
Wow.
I told you I can be here on Sunday. I just can't be here on Saturday.
All right. Tonight
It's
we're.
okay. We know you'll message us while you're at the graduation ceremony.
No,
It's cool.
graduation's on Friday. I'm
Oh.
flying back on Saturday, but the only flight that was available was at 8 p.m. out of Providence. Yeah, I know. Really upsetting because if it was earlier, I totally could have been here to record and then go to the Jimmy Buffett concert.
Oh, dang. You're going to miss it. I'm just kidding.
You say that like you don't record without me.
We don't record without you, Jen.
You're right.
We do. Jen, the reason we record without you is because if I don't post an episode, we don't get paid.
I know. I know.
So I'd rather post fluff. No, I would never post fluff.
Let's just get going.
All right.
So where are we going?
Who we killing? Jane Doe.
All right, here's where we're going right here. Have you
What
been here?
city is this?
Milwaukee.
This is
River Chicago?
no, this is New York.
Oh.
The world's upside down again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, look, there's my homeland. Wait, go up to the right a little bit. Go to the right.
Nope, he's not going to.
Oh, this
Because we're
trailer.
going to get into the story now.
This cow.
Nope, we're going to get into the
Shit.
story.
That's not where I'm from.
So-
That's New York. You
Yeah.
can call it cow shit if you want. It's New York.
So this is New York,
That's Manhattan.
or what the Latino people or the Latin people say.
Nuevo York.
Can you guys hear that? Like background. There's like this background sound. It almost sounds like a person.
Anyway, John, you're not going to be able to eat your waffles if you keep going like this.
All right, tonight we're going here. If you know this story, you listen to too much true crime, but you may know this story. But you do listen to too much true crime if you know the story. But here's where we're going tonight.
Nipid.
Nipid?
Yeah, look, go back at that car. It says Nipid.
Huh?
Nipid.
NYPD.
What are you look? Oh, Nipid. There's no one even driving that.
Whoa.
Courtesy.
Wow. Okay.
CPR.
Oh, jeez. I'm CPR certified.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, Jen? So if I start choking, you'd be able to revive me?
Yes. That's the Heimlich maneuver, but yes.
You're not CPR.
Can we?
Yes, I am. You want to see my
Let's keep
certification?
going. Let's keep it going.
You
Let's
just gotta
keep
do
it
it to
going. The
60
more
beats.
alcohol we drink, the harder this is going to get to go through this.
All you
so.
got to do CPR is 60 beats per minute. It's the Staying Alive song. That's too slow.
Okay, well, you know what, Jen? I'm trying to keep us all on fucking track.
You are. You're very good at that.
I'm trying to start the story. So tonight, here is where we're going. Can you tell me what this is?
A hotel? Apartment complex?
A deli and cafe.
Yeah, this is the
Hotel.
I have a peach in my mouth.
This goes back to our rules that we had.
No lime
I
chips.
do believe
No lime
that
chips.
alcohol-soaked food is a part of it. You just gotta kind of like swallow it. It's like a little slippery seal.
It like goes right in there. I mean, it feels good once it's in there.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on.
All right, so tonight, let's start the story. Tonight, we're going to 515 West 42nd Street in New York. I'm here on the Google Earth. This is the Hotel Travel Inn. We're actually going to room 417. And if you're on live chat now, you are on the internet. I was going to say tell the story. Or I was going to say guess the story, but I don't want you guys to know. Anyway, we're going to room 417. We're going to room 417 tonight.
Is the hotel
drunk? Tonight we're going to be talking about Carl Wilson. But this is going to be more of a Jane Doe story, and I kind of teased it on the last episode because I would like to see Jane Doe identified, and the man who could possibly identify Jane Doe, the Manhattan Jane Doe, is the same man who could also come out and tell authorities where he buried her head, which has not been found, which is why Manhattan Jane Doe is still unidentified.
What year did this take place?
This is November 29th, 1979.
So before DNA was a reliable source.
Yeah, so this is a Thursday, and we're going to be reading from Peter Vronsky's book. So Peter Vronsky is a true crime author, and he writes a lot about generic serial killers. So he kind of writes about an amalgam of serial killers and puts it like he does like his latest book, Sons of Cain, was asking the question, where does the word serial killer come from? Do you know?
Yes.
Like where?
Washington, D.C.
Do you want to take a real accurate guess? Or do you just want to just...
Mindhunter. The guy that founded Mindhunter.
CIA.
Yeah.
John Douglas.
FBI.
We're just throwing out random ass shit.
Okay, so the word serial killer, yes, it does come from the FBI.
In Washington, D.C.
Another
No, the
three-letter
FBI
thing.
The FBI is not in Washington, D.C.
Well, there is.
It's
Yeah.
in Quantico, Virginia.
That's CIA.
They're
The CIA
The
is...
Hoover Building.
I don't know.
Where is the? I thought FBI was.
I'm getting them all.
All right, so FBI would be Quantico, which is technically Virginia.
Can
but
you
it's
imagine all of
Washington,
the things that
DC.
we're saying right now getting just like flagged
Well,
by
there's
the
a-
NSA right now?
We live by an FBI agent.
Indeed,
Yeah.
we do.
This is true. I do not, but you do. I visit.
All right. So, just to tell you, the word serial killer is a term that was pretty recently, even before this 1979. What was it? The term was
Founded.
the term was coined. And it actually comes from these old movies in the 60s. So if you went to a movie theater like in the 50s and 60s, they had these things called serials. And they're basically like,
Series?
no, they're basically little episodes before the actual movie. But they always end in a cliffhanger. So you would come back to the movie theater next week to find out what happens.
Is it like the dancing hot dogs and sodas that
No.
they show before Grease in the movie Grease?
No, these
At
are
the
actual,
drive-in?
these are actual little stories, monsters, stuff like that.
Oh.
And the damsel in distress and she's about to die, but then you got to come back next week to see if she lives and if the hero. Those are called serials. So that is where the word comes from. The word has actually been thrown around for a long time, the word serial killer, but in different variations, like the routine killers,
Like a
and-
series, like your Netflix
Yeah,
series.
But finally,
like The Crown, how we're waiting for season 6.
all right. So can you just read that, Nicole? This is a little bit about the area. In 1979 in New York, there were 16,000 prostitutes working each day in New York City.
From Peter Vronsky's true crime book, Sons of Cain, unlike The Tourist and family-friendly versions today, in the 1970s, the neighborhood around Times Square and 42nd Street, named 40 Deuce or The Deuce, was very nasty. A teeming souk of hardcore porn, adult bookstores, peep shows, grindhouse movie theaters, knife stores, massage parlors, strip joints, live sex acts, souvenir shops, hot dog and hand jobs, street drugs, junkie bars, flop house welfare hotels, and prostitutes of every age, shape, and gender.
See, Jen, you can buy your nice bullet in one of these.
I just want to comment on the fact that like there's a souvenir shop from live sex acts. Like what? Also, a hot dog hand job?
Dog hand job.
Now I want a hot dog.
I don't.
All right, now I want a hand job.
Womp womp.
November 29th, 1979, the Travelodge Hotel, a man named Carl Wilson registers for a weekend, and he registers room 417. This man is 30-ish, tall, blondish hair. He's very unassuming. And the staff couldn't even picture him after what I'm going to talk about came out in the media. But the only thing they can remember is the do not disturb sign that he placed on his door for about 4 nights.
That's a long time. They didn't turn the sheets over at all during that 4-night stay?
No, not when you have a do not disturb. He had booked this hotel for the weekend, 4 days. So I'm going to fast forward now. We started on the 29th. We're going to fast forward to December 2nd, a Saturday, 1979. As I said, Carl Wilson in this hotel. There were 2 girls that came and joined him. One of these girls is who we're focusing on tonight because this girl is now known as the Manhattan Jane Doe. She has never been identified, although I feel like she should be identified, as you'll see. The other girl, her name was Dita Godarzi. She was 23 years old. She's a Kuwaiti immigrant, and I did see some conflicting sources that say she might have immigrated from Iran. But, Kuwaiti is the most likely. Here she is right here. You see a wanted poster. This is her right here, Dita Godarzi. So, can you describe her?
Long dark hair, brown eyes, very nice eyebrows.
Brown, Jen, this is a black and white picture. What are you talking
Well, she's
about?
got, I mean,
They're
dark
dark.
hair, dark eyes, like long oval face.
Yeah.
She looks maybe in her
20s.
20s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like, if you had my picture in black and white, my eyes would be lighter than that. Like, if Nicole and I were taking a picture in black and white, you could tell that her eyes are brown and my eyes are blue.
She had thick, beautiful dark hair, high cheekbones. She was the mother of an infant baby, just 19 months old, who she had recently given up for adoption to the state of New Jersey, where she was from. She was from Trenton. She was actually a high class escort. So she knew the people that she would perform services for.
And her clients are, like, probably more likely to be well known and
Or wealthy.
well to do.
No, I wouldn't say that. Just because this guy's not really well known or well to do.
So what makes the difference between high class escort and
Honestly, I think it's the difference between a girl walking on the street and a girl who has contacts.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the difference, honestly. To be honest.
No, that was a genuine question. Like, I didn't.
Yeah. So a girl walking on the street will blow anyone or whatever. But a girl who has contacts, she has a regular schedule.
A little black book.
Yeah. So she's going to be
regulars.
she's going to be more high class because you don't really have to worry about diseases, and she's not sleeping with everyone. I don't know. I'm not a prostitute, but from what
I feel like
this story is,
sex workers who walk the street may have regulars as well.
yeah, but this lady, number one, she's in New York. She's in a hotel. She's from New Jersey, Trenton area.
Yeah.
So she's pretty far away from her home.
Trenton's not that far away.
I know, but she's not walking the street.
Right. Okay. She has to travel to the city.
Yeah, well, she has this client that she has known for 2 years. This is another reason why I think the Manhattan Jane Doe, the other girl that was with Dita,
Got it.
could be identified, because most likely this girl was also a regular to perform services for this man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that this girl is not identified, I feel she should be at this point. So I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to bring the case back. I'm just, whatever. Anyway, Dita, she goes by Jacqueline, Thomas, and Sabrina. The second girl, who we know as the Manhattan Jane Doe, was in her 20s. We don't know the girl's name. The two girls were last seen up in room 417, the one with the do not disturb sign. Both were prostitutes, both happy to get off the streets and into a warm hotel. And according to Peter Vronsky from the book Sons of Cain, at the time there were 40,000 New York City prostitutes, and it got so bad at one point that the police had to actually put up barricades so that the prostitutes and their pimps would stop spilling over into traffic on 8th Avenue. Like, they were literally so many of them, they would be pushed into traffic. I mean, 40,
Like moving traffic?
40,000 sex workers in this year.
Wow.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. And,
So you can tell now how hard it might be to identify this woman. However, the guy who killed her is still alive, and she could be identified,
Right.
So Carl Wilson, who signed up for the room, had purchased services from both Godarzi, which we know her identity, and this unknown companion at the same time. All right. A little bit about the... So do you guys know the story or anything?
No.
All right. A little bit about Peter Vronsky real quick. He tells the story a lot in his books. If you ever read his books, they're pretty good. He's a old school true crime writer. And he always talks about how he has encountered numerous serial killers. And he's the one that says most people will encounter 3 serial killers in their life and not really know about it. It's just the random interactions. Anyway, this man, Peter Vronsky, was in the same city on the same day, December 2nd, 1979, as these prostitutes were in room 417. In fact, this true crime author, Peter Vronsky, registered a room of his own in this hotel and was going up to his room when he had his first encounter with this Carl Wilson who came down the elevator. So in his book, and we're going to read it like his, his words, but basically what happened is he was looking for an inexpensive hotel. He was a journalist, so he was trying to find something cheap, and that's where he found the Travel Lodge Inn on December 2nd, and he was pretty upset when he registered the room because the elevator seemed to be stuck at the top floor. It seemed to be stuck at the 4th floor, and it seemed to him that someone had put a bag in between the door so it wouldn't close, so it wouldn't go down. So he is stuck there waiting on this jerk off, as he would say, to come down the elevator. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to send you this right quick if you can read it.
Yep.
Are you checking your thing?
I will.
All right. This is from his book, Sons of Cain. Sons of Cain, like Cain and Abel?
Right.
So Cain was apparently the first killer.
Mm-hmm.
So sons of him. I don't know. He kind of forced it to work. It kind of makes sense.
I mean, I guess it does. Like, if you think about all of the killers that there have been on a chain of those who came from the house of Cain.
The reason I like his writing is because he, I like the sensationalism. I do. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I do.
Yeah.
And he kind of writes like that.
That's fair.
Yeah,
it reminds me of Raising Cane's.
Oh, yeah.
As I waited in the small lobby for the elevator, it seemed to be stopped forever on an upper floor. It was annoying. I was young and impatient. When the elevator finally came down and the door slid open, I took an extra hard look at the jerk-off who kept me waiting for what seemed like ages, although probably wasn't longer than a minute. He looked like anybody. Ordinary.
So this man who is a serial killer, Vronsky says that he didn't even notice. In fact, he didn't even realize that he encountered the serial killer until it came out about what happened at this hotel right after. So he says in his book that all he saw was this man sweating on his forehead, and he, quote, walked through me, almost like this man who got off, this Carl Wilson, was completely unaware of him standing there. The elevator had taken so long to come down because this guy he had put a bag down in the elevator so the doors wouldn't close because he was waiting to make sure something happened. And we know now that something was he had lit a fire in room 417. He was making sure that the fire was being lit and furnaced before he went down to clear all the evidence. So, quote, as he got off the elevator, he walked into me as if I was not there, walked through me, bonking me on the knee and shin with a soft-sided bag that felt as if it had bowling balls in it, rounded, hard, and heavy. What do you think was in that bag?
I'm going to go with a head.
Yeah.
Says?
Ding. 99.
It was only later, after the capture of this man who registered in this hotel for room 417, he registered as Carl Wilson. It later came out that his real name, and he was called the Times Square Ripper, was Richard Cottingham.
Aha.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I was going to ask if this was related to Richard Cottingham when you said that there was a lady who didn't have her head.
We did Richard Cottingham, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the Jane Doe that was also in the room.
Okay, I was just confused.
I'm sorry. I'm not like morbid. I can't just do one episode and just leave it. I can't just read a Wikipedia page and then go to the next one. I'm sorry.
Or go to perform in a town and say the wrong name of the town.
Uh,
My favorite murder.
All right.
We have a podcast. Do you guys know we have a podcast?
we have a podcast.
Oh.
So this man, Richard Cunningham, who is now basically on his deathbed right now. I recently did a little write-up about it. He is suffering from bad health and
Currently in 2023?
Currently he is pretty
Dying.
much dying on his deathbed, and authorities are still trying to get as many names.
Wow.
And so far, I believe they have 9 unidentified victims that have been identified with his cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
But he is an elderly man at this point. He's not all there. And I don't know. I want to do this one because I feel like the Manhattan Jane Doe should be able to be identified.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because we know who the other one was.
Yeah, how many people are running around Manhattan beheading people?
What? Jen, all right.
Or who's the victim of? You mean?
Right. Like, no, that's what I'm saying is that, like, this woman, she's a Jane Doe, it was in the 70s.
Shouldn't be that hard to identify.
Right. Like, there weren't a lot of people that were beheading people other than Richard Cottingham in that time period.
Wait, we know it was Richard Cottingham that beheaded her.
Oh, right. Got it.
What the fuck? What is going on here, Jen? I feel like sometimes you make me feel like I'm high.
It's the beer.
No, I think that I am just on a different planet. And I just realized that you're wearing your Chattahoochee hat and it made me really happy.
All right, I'm doing this for Jen. You guys don't look if you don't want to, but this is just to settle Jen's soul.
Oh my god.
You see,
Holy hell.
I even did the fade in there, Jen. You like that? So this is what the victims look like.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, John.
So
Sadly, the not work to sober me up. Like, it was really sad to see, but I'm still drunk.
So these images right here, can you describe what you're seeing?
So we are seeing a body without a head.
Two
Yeah,
bodies.
two
This is
bodies.
two bodies.
Two bodies.
Yeah, one of them has arms and the other one does not.
One face up, one face down. And both covered in blood, no heads.
Correct.
But one was identified and the other was not. So how does that happen? Can we use the same techniques? Do you want me to take this off the screen?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Thank you.
Can we use the same techniques that we did to identify Dita's body to identify Manhattan Jane Doe's body, right?
Mm.
It was only later, after Richard Cottingham was captured, that the author Peter Vronsky says that he thought back to the experience, and then the bag that hit him on the shin with the 2 bowling balls in it, he surmised at the time, started to make more sense. We know Dita's head we know Godarzi's head was buried at the Long Island State Bridge, even though her skull was never found. That's what Richard Cottingham would say.
Uh-huh.
And this is him right here. Do you like this? It's kind of a weird, just a short one.
Sure, that's a really interesting question. How many identifiable parts were removed?
Ooh.
That is a really good question.
Yeah.
So the only thing that was removed is the heads, 2 heads, and the breast. The breasts were removed. Should I spare you that picture of the breast being cut off?
I mean, you don't spare us of other things, so
I mean,
It is what it is at this point.
Yeah. So that is a good question. The only other thing that was cut off was the breast. This is Richard Cottingham right now, the Times Square Ripper. I did his whole story. This is just a little refresher about the guy. He's on his deathbed currently, and he's been cooperating, but he's not all there in the head. anymore. He's old.
Or ever. I mean, who is if they're going around beheading people?
Well, something that I didn't talk about on the last episode that's different from today. Actually, let me talk about let me send you one thing right quick to sum up the crime scene. Then we'll move on to the main important thing. I know this is a little different. I'm trying something new.
You're good.
Right?
You're good.
I'm sorry. I can't just take a Wikipedia page and suck it.
Were the hands there, or were they gone, or was that the other victim that you were showing?
Huh?
The hands? Like fingerprints?
So the hands were gone. Yeah, the hands were gone.
Okay.
But the feet weren't. So I'm sorry. Yeah,
Feet prints are more unique than fingerprints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, aren't feet print?
But how many people get their feet printed?
I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna print the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
Feet, toes, hands, nose.
Yeah, shout out to Shram. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. So the head was taken off, and the hands were also taken off, and also the breast of both women. But yet we can identify one, and there are certain ways we identified Godarzi, and most likely these two women knew each other, and that's just one of the ways that we can. I mean, we could actually go back. If someone was really motivated, you could identify her. I can promise you that. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Now, I don't know if they still had the DNA from her or not. I saw a lot of people asking, well, why don't they just run her DNA through like Ancestry.com? I don't know if they actually kept her DNA or not.
Okay.
Because it, like you said, it really wasn't a big thing back then. Fingerprints, and now, even now, they know they can do toe prints. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Honestly, I would doubt, because this was, 40 years ago? More than that, 45 years ago? About 1979? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think they would keep DNA. Even
Well,
back then, they didn't even really know what to do with it. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, I do not know.
It seems like it's easy to just run DNA, but if they don't have it, then they're fucked.
Yeah.
Did you get that one?
Hang on. The thing that's important, there were no penetrating wounds, said the forensic pathologist, Dr. Louise Napolitano, who described seeing curved cuts around the woman's breasts, straight cuts beneath them. There were no knife wounds that penetrated into the body. They were all superficial. He's teasing them. I'm not doing anything to kill you right away. I'm not putting a knife in your chest or cutting or making you die right away. No, I want you to know I'm here, doing things to you. Napolitano said, he's doing things to make them afraid, to have them subjugate to him. I'm doing this to you, and I can make it worse.
So that's just about, if you want to know the whole story on Richard Cottingham, I did that episode, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty gruesome. But both the bodies were desecrated. The reason I want to do this story specifically is because of the Manhattan Jane Doe and finding out who she is exactly. We know the identity of the other woman because of her.
Ah.
And
She survived.
huh?
Go on.
Jen. No, Jen. Kind of. She survived because she was given up for adoption right before her mother was found headless in a hotel room.
Oh, Mo.
So this is Jennifer Weiss right here. This is kind of what I wanted to do on the story because I haven't heard this. I don't know if you guys have, but this is really interesting. This is the daughter of Godarzi, the Kuwaiti immigrant.
Got it.
Okay.
Who in 2002 wanted to know who her biological mother was. She was given up to the state.
Uh-huh.
They ran
Wow.
DNA tests. I'm sorry to tell you this, but your mother was found headless in a hotel room.
Oh, shit.
So, being Jennifer Weiss, what do you think you would do with that information?
I want to find out everything about her. Why was she found headless? What led
Who
her
killed
to
her?
that? Yeah, who killed her?
She sends him a letter,
Oh.
and she says in the letter, basically, please tell me everything you know about my mother. Richard Cottingham said in a letter to Jennifer Weiss, quote, I just don't know what to say to you or how to say it. I can only tell you what's in my heart and pray that you believe me. I am truly and deeply sorry, so very sorry for all the pain I have brought in your life. This is them together.
Oh.
Jennifer Weiss and the man, Richard Cottingham, who killed her mother.
She looks like her mother.
I know,
lot.
dude. What? It is uncanny. Yes, it is uncanny. Let me show you the mother right quick. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down on here. This is the mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
She has the same nose.
scrolling back up, right?
It's a lot like her.
Oh my God. It's literally the same. Now, the reason I'm also doing this story is because Jennifer Weiss is, she does her own podcast and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
She reached out to Cottingham, and instead of venting, you killed my mother, you beheaded her, you raped her, you all this stuff, she realizes that this man has killed a lot of other victims who are still unidentified. So Jennifer Weiss went on a mission to befriend Cottingham. And there's plenty of pictures, which is weird. Okay.
Well, it's a tactic to
for
try
sure.
to get to know and try to build trust to get the answers she's looking for.
Did she
and
tell
to
him
bring closure to others? That's like hugely admirable.
For sure. Did she tell him at the beginning of their relationship? And I'm not talking like romantic relationship, but did she tell him at the beginning that she was the daughter, that he killed her mother, or or did she tell him like after the fact?
I believe she said at the beginning. Now she has a whole Netflix thing and a podcast. I didn't watch it. I'm just, this. I found this very interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The reason she's important is because if it wasn't for her, these other families would have no closure.
Right.
She befriended Cottingham, got past the terrible situation, and got him to confess to other homicides, names. She single-handedly got him to work with police to release names and identifications, which brought a lot of closure to multiple families. Over 5 that she's responsible for that I've seen. So 5 other families now have closure because she is such a strong woman to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Richard Cottingham did confess to burying her mother's head at the George Washington Bridge, although her skull was never found. So, as a mother, now Jennifer Weiss, mother of 4, cancer survivor, she says the following, quote, I'm doing this for the mothers who lost their daughters and my own mother, and for these girls that their lives were ended one night or day by Richard playing God. I'm not going to rest easy until we figure out who they are. So that's why I do what I do. So let's talk a little bit about the Manhattan Jane Doe, if you want. The Manhattan Jane Doe, and this is the Doe Network, she is still unidentified female. You see Godarzi's photo here. You see what they were wearing, their get up and stuff like that. But she is still unidentified. So the other woman in the room is unidentified. We know that Richard Cottingham had history with these prostitutes. So he liked to build a relationship with them. Like he knew Godarzi. He knew about her life. They were clients for 2 years.
Right.
So most likely the other girl is of a similar, or whatever.
Situation.
Yeah.
Her estimated age is 16 to 22 years. Race is white, female 5'1" to 5'4", 100 to 110 pounds. Her hair is unknown, eye color unknown. She has no really distinguishing marks. One of the reasons that they knew Godarzi was who she was without her head is because they went to the Trenton, New Jersey hospitals and looked for x-rays. And she had recently given birth to Jennifer Weiss, her daughter. She had a cesarean scar, a very unique one. So even though she was using an alias at the time, Jacqueline, they still can match that cesarean scar to her, and that was one of the ways they can identify her. So could they do that with this a girl as well, even now? Also, Godarzi was identified by a friend from Trenton. She was a high-class escort, so she had clients. She goes missing a few days. She goes missing. She doesn't come back. And on December 7th, a friend called in to the police to ask about where Godarzi was. Did this happen with the other girl? Did someone call in about her as well? You know what I'm saying? She had also been arrested. Godarzi had also been arrested, quote, 5 or 6 times for prostitution in several communities. Did the other girl also have a record? You know? So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about that. So right now, Richard Cottingham, his health is failing and he's about to die. He's like on his deathbed. And I believe the reason he hasn't said her identity is because his mind isn't there anymore.
I'm sure he doesn't remember everybody.
Exactly. Right. And it's been 45 years at this point. But if someone could just maybe get him to remember where he buried her head, that may be enough to prime his memory or something. But I don't know. I just wanted to do that short story and just kind of revisit Cottingham. I know it was short, but
very interesting.
It is.
Also, I told you I wanted to do this because of the title.
Which will be?
Dick, Where's the Head?
Oh.
I had to do it, man. Come on.
That's
Don't
a good one.
Judge me, man.
Not judging.
Dick, where's the head?
Good job, John.
Man, fuck
Good
you guys.
job.
So if you want to learn about Richard Cottingham, I did an episode on him. I'm pretty sure it's brutal as all hell. But I know we didn't go into too brutal stuff. That the whole Afghanistan one took up most of my week. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys like that. I hope you guys did.
Yes.
We loved both of them so far. Are you willing to do the poop cruise from hell?
Dude, I don't know. I'm done.
Are you done?
I'm exhausted.
We'll eat and then we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, Faith, it's nice to see you on here.
Yeah.
Seriously. Did I send your thing, Faith? Did I send her thing?
I think so. I think she said she got it. Let me check.
No, she didn't get it.
They are saying, do it, John. More poop.
More poop.
Well, the reason I would do it is because Jen's here now, because I haven't really mapped it out.
Faith got her package.
Oh, really?
Perfect.
I haven't really mapped the poop cruise out all the way. But
you haven't mapped the poop cruise. Well, we can try it.
We'll see.
We can do
let
it.
us eat
we'll do
and then
it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not promising, but if we do, we'll be back on here. But don't wait for us.
Yeah, we'll put it on Discord if we are going to.
Yeah. Check back in like maybe a half hour.
But
we'll see.
If we do the poop cruise, it's going to be only for you guys. End of story.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if we don't do it today. But the big story was the Afghanistan one, so. But anyway, yeah.
Yay, John.
I know that story was short, man.
It was great.
I did do it because of the title, man. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
No,
I started reading this book, the Peter Vronsky book, and I was just like, man, this is a perfect fucking title. Because, like, the cop had asked him, they kept asking him where he put the head, and I was like, oh, Richard, Dick, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Where's the head?
Stupid.
So, no head?
Still no head. Anyway, definitely check out that Jennifer Weiss. I think she has a podcast of her own. I mean, it's kind of interesting. She's definitely a brave woman to go confront the serial killer who killed her mother.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, she's not only asking, you know, what did you do? Why did you cut her head off? She's also asking, you know, what was she like?
Right.
What was my mother like?
Right.
They've known each other for 2 years. So isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
And that picture of her choking.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, it's something you don't see every day in true crime. I don't know.
No, not at all.
But anyway, all right, that's all we got. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna go eat. I don't know if I'm gonna be back, man. I'm pretty toast, but we'll put it on the Discord, yes or no.
Cool.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.